What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of our opinions on this big, beautiful world. On this big, beautiful world. Dad's gone. Indy's back. Let's go. So, first we got the No Kings protest, which is an anti-authoritarian or anti-fascist or anti-Trump protest.
Or anti-everything.
Anti-everything. That's right. They just don't like leaders. But it's happening across the U.S., obviously, but also in places like Canada. God knows why. Then you got Spotify and Netflix. I can't talk today. Signed some sort of deal, and some podcasts are now starting to go on Netflix. It seems like.
Yeah, they're dipping into that podcast territory.
It seems like Netflix, Spotify, YouTube, they kind of having a little bit of battle.
Kerfuffle.
Gold price is hitting all-time high, which has gotten some people excited. Some people are concerned.
Yeah,
it's a little weird. Something completely unrelated. Protein powder might have lead in it.
That's crazy. I heard about that one.
Us bodybuilders are very, very
I take protein powder.
Yeah, I mean, everyone does at this point. And last, Walmart is partnering up with OpenAI, which means you might be able to buy groceries straight from ChatGPT.
Oh my God.
Kind of wild, right?
Yeah. And we're in sports. The NBA season's coming up soon. So Bleacher Report dropped a top 100 list.
You know we're going to criticize that.
We're going to criticize that or like it. I don't know. Paul Pierce thinks he's the greatest scorer ever.
I don't think ever. I don't think ever. But like he's up there. He's not wrong.
Nowhere close to ever. And Shohei Ohtani might have had the greatest game ever. Some people are calling it. Doesn't even matter who makes a World Series.
And after all that, we do have some things in off topic, some pop culture stuff going on, and some questions at the end of it all. So, the No Kings protests. This is, I think, the second or third time they've had this thing. It happened before. We kind of covered it before. Similar sort of situation. It's a anti-fascist, basically anti-Trump protest that they have all across the U.S. And in Canada. I think it was in Vancouver, Montreal, Ottawa.
There's in other places too. UK, I think.
UK. Yeah, Toronto. I mean, basically anywhere where they don't like Trump right now, I guess. Right? But I think we have a clip of some of the stuff going on with it.
Well, are you all ready to defend this democracy? Are you ready to fight fascism?
I don't know if it's in there.
Are you prepared to destroy authoritarianism?
That's a big crowd.
He's trying to teach us. That same case protesters try to show up and remind us of who we are. They don't have to step in. They try to break civil society. Trump, no KKK. No Trump, no KKK.
What?
What's happening now in
Trump, KKK.
United Kingdom? From the U.S. Embassy in London. A No Kings or
London.
No Tyrant protest, it's called here. It was kind of put together pretty quickly, and I think they got a very good crowd considering there's the new U.S. ambassador.
The U.S. ambassador? Those are supposed to be U.S. ambassadors.
So this thing, I think there's like over 2,600 organized protests.
Oh, wow.
They have like this coalition thing. I don't know how these people get together. Some people speculated as George Soros.
Yeah, there's like a lot of leftist groups rumored to be like.
I mean, the Soros thing, like the guy is one of the single largest donors to the Democratic Party.
Yeah.
Right. So, I mean, his Open Society Foundation has funded a lot of this kind of shit.
Yeah.
Over the years, you know, through, I think now his son runs it or some shit. But
that one's one of the major donors though for this whole thing, right? It was OSF.
Yeah.
Over 7 million.
Yeah.
Over a couple of years.
He's also one of Trump's newest targets.
Okay.
He's going after Soros. But the thing was, like, Soros isn't like he's like some people like to frame him as some sort of philanthropist, and other people think he's like basically Darth Vader.
Yeah.
He's like I don't know if you guys know, like he's known for like bringing down the Bank of England.
Yeah.
He's done where he basically borrowed a bunch of money, bought a bunch of British pounds, and then leveraged that to buy other currencies to basically devalue the British pound.
That's wild.
And I feel like I remember reading somewhere that in the 1980s, he was actually even convicted of insider trading in France or some shit, right? So like, and then remember he was doing that shit he bought like a bunch of radio stations.
Yeah.
Which everyone was like everyone's moving to online Netflix, Spotify deals. This guy's buying radio stations, right? But like, I don't know, right? So there is a lot of that, right? Where people are like, that's who's funding this thing.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
there's even there wasn't. Well, it was last time she took out a ad in the New York Times.
Who did?
Christy Walton. Christy Walton, the Walmart.
The Walmart lady. Yeah. And then the rest,
one of the daughters, I think.
Yeah, and then I think Walmart made a statement saying that they don't all think that way or something.
Yeah, we're not. We have nothing to do with it. Yada yada. I don't know.
With all of that said, right? Like, I feel like that doesn't mean that Trump's not a divisive president, right? Like, you see all the shit that happens with ICE.
Yeah.
Right. And like the way that they just barge into like these buildings, and then you see them like dragging people out.
Yeah.
Like somebody watching that stuff, like if you don't feel bad for those people, you have no heart, man.
For sure.
Right? Like there's one thing to say that they're all criminals, right? Because the crime is that you're there illegally or whatever.
Yeah.
But like when you see all of that, right? To me, like you feel bad for them. Well, who doesn't?
It's for sure. Any of those videos that you do see, it's heartbreaking to watch, right? Like,
because I feel like Trump kind of made the narrative of like, oh, we're going after all the criminals, but it's just like going after like regular workers, like like that are paying working cash jobs.
Yeah,
I feel bad for people who are like. Well, these are massive crowds, right? So some people actually are affected by this kind of stuff, right? And they're protesting probably because of family, relatives, or like personally, they're, families of immigrants, they felt the struggle, right? And then they see some sort of shit, so they feel like they want to protest that. But a large part of this is just people trying to spin narratives and like for their own political party. And that shit, I always just hate it, right? Like they're always just trying to play this stupid little game, right? Like even people on the left, they'll support certain things just because it's better for their party.
Exactly, yeah.
Right? And the right is basically not going to talk about this, right? Because of massive protests and it's hard to frame it in any kind of pro-Trump way. They're not going to talk about it, right? So like most people, I feel like when you hear about protests, because everyone... Even if like you disagree with it, everyone should have the right to protest, right?
For sure. It's the dirtiest game in the world, right? Politics. It's like once you're that entrenched into it, left or right, some people can't like see straight, right? There's no objectivity with it. But the thing with me is like with this whole protest, what confused me the first time too, is there's no like you can't tell exactly what they're protesting. Like some people I saw with signs like a pride flag, some people like F ICE. Some people like different signs. Like, I thought it was a no kings, so like you're protesting
because Trump's against all of that. So
but he's not a king. Trump. The fact that you can protest in the first place means you don't have a king. Because a king wouldn't let you protest.
No, for sure. I understand that argument. I think the argument that is made that would be like the counter to that is the way that Trump is using executive power, right? That makes it so he's taking it away from the legislative branch and he's putting it more towards the executive branch, which is making it seem like, he is giving the president more power than Congress, right? Like, so he's trying to flip it. Yeah. So whenever you see that and you see a bunch of these executive order, people, that's then President Trump just making choices for whatever he feels is right? Yeah. But then again, people always go, they keep, like in this protest, like Trump must go, right? Like, you guys had elections.
Exactly. He was elected democratically and you're calling him a king. And then you got people over here in Canada who actually have a king.
Right, yo,
King
bro,
Charles.
I saw
like no king.
I saw a flag. I saw a poster, and it's like, "We have a queen, we'll never have a king."
Oh my god!
Only Canada, only in Canada.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, even though the I think the video made it seem like there was more people there than there was.
Yeah.
I think in Vancouver, somewhere around 90 to 100 people showed up.
Yeah.
In Toronto, it was like 100.
Yeah,
or
it
some
didn't look
shit.
like a lot.
Yeah, when you see the like snaps of it or like the Instagram reels or whatever, it's not that many people. I don't know how many are in Ottawa or Montreal, but
this time around, I did noticeably less. Like
less than
every
before.
video I looked at, I was trying to find content.
Right.
I couldn't really see as much. Last time it was in my face. It was all over the place.
Yeah.
And I even saw a lot of them ended so quickly.
Yeah.
Like so quickly. Like
what would be the goal of a Canadian protesting the U.S. Embassy?
It's kind of dumb in the first place. Why you do?
You have nothing to do with the elections in the states. Like, what's your goal?
I think
you're just like, I hate Trump.
Yeah,
there was
do that
elbows up
anywhere.
signs there.
I think ever since like
Yeah, I saw that.
Antifa, yeah. But I think ever since Antifa and this whole anti-fascist, anti-authoritarian, this like label that the left has been running with, it's just kind of part of the zeitgeist, and I feel like people just get caught up in it, and like they just get consumed by that culture. And I think even as Canadians, we do consume a lot of American media,
100%,
right? And even CNN before any podcast or any of this stuff existed, right? Canadians consume CNN just as much as they might consume CBC.
Yeah.
If not more.
Who the hell watch CBC?
I know we watch like 6 people above 65, right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. To me, it's definitely weird. I think like both things can be true. Everything that you just mentioned, it could be. It also could be massively funded by an organized campaign that who knows how this thing actually works, right?
Even with what I was saying, how they're ending early, that kind of fed into that too.
Exactly.
People were like, they're being paid to be there. The shift ended and they're gone.
Exactly.
Right.
But on the flip side of it all, there are things happening that everyone doesn't agree with Trump, right?
Yeah.
Trump truthers aren't going to say that.
Yeah.
But there's a bunch of shit that happens. And if you just go, everyone deserves like whatever's happening with ICE and all these random, like, I don't know, if it hits your algorithm and you see all of the shit and you just sit there going, yup,
cities are brutal.
You're just like, oh my God, man, like what the hell's going on?
There's a way to go
from every different culture. Yeah.
Some people are actually like working and trying to make a living here and getting rid of them. That's all fine, but with this protest, I don't know. The message gets lost. It seems so jumbled up. Like, what the hell are you protesting?
I think people just have this visceral hate for Trump.
Yeah,
right.
That much is for sure.
Yeah,
and the divisiveness in the country, you can feel it when you're in the States.
When was the last time you saw this amount of protest or this amount of hate, right, towards a president? Like, they've always had hate. But like this many mass protests?
Most of the ones with the kings don't let you protest, but people are protesting.
Riding on that side. I'm trying to pull you back a little bit this way. Come to the center.
It just seems so dumb.
Yeah. I mean, it is what it is. Spotify is partnering up with Netflix.
That's pretty big. That podcast game, right?
Right.
So apparently in 2026, Spotify is going to be streaming a set of video podcasts, mainly from The Ringer to start out.
But I think we have a list of all the podcasts.
Oh, sure. Okay, yeah. So the all those sports ones, you got Bill Simmons, Zach Lowe, McShay. I think those are all under The Ringer umbrella. Yeah,
I was looking at this in the culture ones. I have no clue who those people are. No offense to any of those podcasts, but like I've never heard of these. Some of them seem like true crime or something along those lines.
Also, Dave Chang Rewatchables. That's under his umbrella too.
Oh, okay. So it's basically a Bill Simmons thing.
It's Bill Simmons along with one or two other podcasts. I think they're getting under their thing. And as part of the deal, they're saying that there is exclusivity, meaning that they can only show full podcasts on Netflix. Not YouTube. So see what's happening there.
Yeah, I think this is like kind of like a weird space, right? Because I think Spotify dominated the podcast game while it was audio podcasts.
Yeah.
And then once the whole thing became video, right? And everyone popularized video podcasts. Since then, YouTube's been a lot of people's primary go-to for podcasts.
Yeah.
right? And even the numbers suggest that, right? It's been climbing, right?
A lot more numbers. Yeah.
And then YouTube also on the flip side competes with Netflix. They start showing movies. They start showing certain things. Then Netflix on the other side, like if anyone out there who has kids, you'll know that Netflix now shows a lot of those YouTube shows.
Yeah, they got Miss Rachel on there and stuff.
Miss Rachel, Mika, what's the other ones? There's like a couple of them. Blippi. They're all originated on YouTube. They're all on Netflix now, right? So now I feel like it's just these three and Spotify somewhere in the middle, right? They have some of the biggest podcasts exclusively on Spotify that they handed out all those deals. Some of them kind of didn't work.
They show video on Spotify too.
They do show video on Spotify, but it's not.
That's very recent.
Yeah.
Like it just started happening where they had video on there and then they launched a partner program. It all kind of links up with this thing. And now they're trying to like push it to Netflix, I guess, right?
Yeah, I think so. To me, I feel like the fact that they're just starting with The Ringer isn't that terrifying because a very niche audience, sports, mostly fantasy sports, mostly guys who are into certain fantasy sports, and has nothing to do with politics, has nothing to do with culture, has nothing to do with any of that kind of stuff. So it's a very niche audience. I think when I was thinking about it, where Netflix can kind of knock this out of the park would be if you saw a show like Flagrant, right? If they decided to do live podcasts, right? And now you had a show like Flagrant come on, I don't know, 7 p.m. every Friday on Netflix. That's going to knock it out of the park.
Yeah.
Like if you start doing shit like that, it's over, right? But a podcast like Rogan is never going to do that.
Yeah.
Right? But then it becomes this culture wars bullshit, right? Because then it's going to be like, how many right-wing podcasts do you have? How many left-wing podcasts do you have? Oh, they're just like CNN. We cancel Netflix.
Yeah.
Right? That's what you're going to hear that every week, right?
Like if Bill Simmons falls on the left, obviously, if you ever heard him speak, very clearly left wing, right? So that's where they're starting out. I don't know.
Sure. Yeah. But like, I have left wing friends, right? I have friends who lean on the right, right? And I like to think of myself somewhere in the middle. A lot of things I lean right, when it comes to capitalism, socialism, all those kind of things. Some things I do lean left. I do think women should have like, the right to choose and things like that, right? When it comes to certain liberties, right? But like, I don't think it's so black and white as like the world likes to try to make it seem.
For sure.
But like with sports, most guys can, if you're there for fantasy, sports and you're trying to get some sort of scoop on like who you should play in your lineup, or you're just consuming some sports content, you don't necessarily care about the politics of it all.
Yeah.
Right?
Nor do you want it.
Yeah, I mean, like we saw Stephen A. recently start to get into the political space, right?
Yeah.
And like he's gotten a little bit of backlash for that, right? Because no matter what you say, politics is divisive.
Yeah.
It's meant to be that way. Like you said, it's the dirtiest game out there.
Yeah.
And somebody's always going to be unhappy.
Yeah.
Right? It's kind of like religion.
Yeah.
Right?
For sure.
And people monetize even religion these days. But back to Netflix, YouTube, Spotify thing.
Yeah.
I do think it's a good thing. I'm just curious to see which direction this goes in, because if most of the long form stuff somehow gets pulled off of YouTube and onto Netflix, like the premium stuff, like the bigger podcasts, then YouTube will be left with the small fries who will eventually become big fries. YouTube doesn't care, man.
Yeah.
YouTube's going to make that money because for most creators, YouTube is the best bang for your buck.
Yeah.
In terms of clicks and views.
Yeah.
You don't get paid that well anywhere
else. Yeah. It doesn't really compete.
Right? But if you're in this space, which a lot of people are getting into this space, and like we always say, do your own research, because I mean, I've been seeing a lot of shit these days. I've seen like kids in their 20s who aren't married, who don't have kids, talking about having kids, how it is to be a parent. Like you don't even have a kid, right? I've seen people who talk about, it's not that you can't talk about these things, but a lot of this stuff is anecdotal to begin with. And then like to start to like, hey, we need to give these stats.
How about you have some lived life experience?
A little bit, right? Or like,
they're just looking for the views, the click.
That's all it is.
Yeah.
Like the most going viral.
You know what it is?
Talk about divorce rate. You're not even married.
Yeah. Like, I feel like most of those kind of podcasts, they live for the Instagram views or whatever.
Yeah.
The whole the quality of the conversation doesn't matter that much.
Yeah.
Bringing their own opinion or standing on their own opinion, right? Because if you let your political opinions show or how you feel about certain things, 50% of the audience are going to be, I don't like that.
Exactly.
Right. And if you don't give them enough, they're going to unsubscribe, stop watching.
Yeah.
Or you'll get enough of these hateful ones, which then again, like all of those people, they're allowed to say their opinions.
Yeah.
Right? Maybe they'll grow as podcasters and become great, or maybe they'll stop podcast. I don't know. Right.
Yeah.
But I feel like whenever it comes to this podcast space, it is something that's getting very diluted now. And we'll see what happens, right? Some people end up on Spotify, YouTube. Some people do it all.
We kind of talked about this before too. You're like, that would be the big play for Netflix. So if podcasting ended up there, but like what it shows me is that like YouTube is top dog. They're already getting into the sports game. Everyone's scared of them. These two other corporations are teaming up against YouTube, right? To combat with them.
Whoever's going to create the space where it's easier for people to get paid and you don't have to pay for contracts.
Yeah.
YouTube doesn't pay for contracts.
Yeah.
People load willingly. They upload their stuff.
Like this is a contract of some sort that they lined up with Netflix.
I mean, they haven't disclosed the financial agreement, but it's some sort of contract, right? Some sort of
that big shoe, if it ever dropped, like Rogan. If he ever went to Netflix, that's a game changer.
If Rogan went to Netflix, if they had a live streaming podcast on Netflix.
I like that too.
A live streaming podcast on Netflix will effectively kill cable television.
Yeah, because who the hell's watching what's TV? It's boomers and sports, right?
Yeah. Also, you would then create, millennials will become the new boomers because Netflix and those main popular podcasts are going to be the new CNN and Fox.
Yeah.
That's what they're going to turn into.
So you can't escape.
Yeah. Which, like, whenever you see this, whether you're CNN, Fox, a podcaster, YouTube, like everyone's worried.
That day's
small
gonna
podcasts or big podcasters.
You're gonna be talking to your kid and like, who uses Netflix anymore? Oh, I thought everyone.
They're gonna be like, who podcasts? You losers used to sit in front of mics. Like we just talk to we don't even talk. I just think and it tells me what I want to.
I don't know.
But yeah.
Interesting.
Gold prices are at an all-time high.
Yeah.
This one's big.
This is everywhere rejoice.
Right?
We always knew.
So they hit this record high of like a little over 4,300. I think it was 43.4.
That's crazy.
43.44 per ounce US dollars.
Yeah.
I think in a week it went up like somewhere around 6.5, 6.7%, something like that in just 1 week.
Yeah.
And this thing's gotten people tripping,
yeah.
right? Because usually when gold goes up, it's usually during recessions because people are weary of the economy and they're kind of scared and it's a safe haven. You throw money in gold, right? It's always been like not financial advice by any means, but like that's what people will tell you, right? But I think what's weird here is that at the same time, you have the S&P 500 in the stock market doing surprisingly well, right? Which is probably because of the AI boom.
Exactly. I think it's being propped up, essentially, by the AI.
So then you have like this massive AI market that who knows if it's bubbling up the stock market.
Yeah.
And then gold is going up in value, right? One of these got to give.
Yeah.
Right? Like, is AI going to keep pushing or is a recession coming in and stock market crashes a little?
I mean, the one thing that's happening worldwide is inflation, right? It's all over the place. And what's the greatest hedge against inflation that you can find? It's gold. Historically, it's the best. I was even, I was reading up on something where it was like, it was showing how long it took to go from 1,000 to 2,000. I think it was like somewhere in the realm of 10 years.
For gold?
Yeah. And then it jumped from 2 to 3 in like 7 or so.
Oh, it was 25 years first.
25.
And then it was like 7 or 8.
7. And then the last like 2 to, one of them, like 2 to 3 was like 5.
Yeah.
And then the 3 to 4 jump was 7 months.
Yeah. I mean, if you look at historically gold and compare it to the S&P 500, I think they both sit roughly in the high 500s in terms of percentage that you would have made on your money in the last 20 years.
Yeah.
But then if you expand the chart to fit whatever narrative you have, the S&P will look better or gold will look slightly better. Right. Plus, there's also dividends reinvested for the S&P 500. If you factor those, it might beat it a little bit. But where in the stock market you make money is in volatility, right? Most people that make money in the stock market are sometimes they usually buy during crashes.
Yeah.
Right. So if you account for that, then obviously it's going to significantly beat gold.
Yeah.
Right. But the thing about gold is it becomes like this modern investing era is a little bit weird. You saw it with Bitcoin and what were those NFTs, the fake art bullshit that they had online. I don't even know what the hell that was. You see that, and whenever something becomes popular and then it becomes overly inflated and a bunch of people just start throwing money at it like crazy people, right? So, I mean, if people are going to talk about gold like it's like the one go-to investment vehicle right now.
Yeah.
But can it get inflated? Sure. I don't know.
Yeah, but it is finite, right? The amount of gold. So it always retain value in some
at some capacity, right?
It's pretty safe.
I mean, but so are companies, right? Companies create value by, whatever their product or service offers to the world.
Yeah.
And that's why they grow in value, right?
Yeah.
Gold is a mineral or metal, right? So, like, yes, it has some, value in terms of like it's used in electronics and stuff like that. It's also more rare than diamond, even though it costs less.
Yeah.
And there's also lab diamonds you can buy now.
Which everyone's buying now.
Right? Which, and people don't talk that much. I even saw this guy making an Instagram reel on, he's like, all you people that bought lab diamonds, you guys are in trouble.
Oh, no.
Right? And I was like, oh, no.
The resale is shitty, right?
With that, and he's like, oh, there's people on the streets these days. They got the tester.
Oh.
They're going to know it's a lab grown, right? So he's just worried that somebody's going to know he has a lab grown diamond.
That's what it sounds like.
I was just like, what? How are you in trouble? If you bought a lab diamond for just that reason, you're in trouble already. Or a real diamond.
I don't even know who buys, general people who buy to resell diamonds. Why the hell are you buying it?
I mean, yeah.
Unless you're a diamond reseller. That's
you're
your
not
job.
buying it for that. Yeah.
Right.
It holds, usually it's an engagement ring, let's be honest. Right?
Yeah.
Or you're some sort of celebrity rapper.
Iced out rolling.
Oh, well, right. Normal people don't like to bling that much, I guess. I don't know. Or can't.
Probably can't. I don't know if they don't like to. It's that they can't.
But this gold thing did get me thinking. The amount of is what you were saying, they're probably running to the bank to grab some shit out of their safety deposit box and
proud
flip
grandmothers
they always know the price of gold.
Always.
Ask any BB.
Oh,
they always
grandmas?
know.
Yeah, 100%.
And what Indian person doesn't have a bunch, or the wives at least, don't have a bunch of gold sets that nobody ever wears?
Time, what are we doing with it?
Just let it go up in value.
It's supposed to be a security investment item. That's why especially women pass it down, especially in Indian culture, because a lot of women before, they didn't even have bank accounts. All they had was their gold. Do you want to guess the percentage of gold Indian women hold?
What do you mean?
All the world's
worldwide?
Gold.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Of the world gold?
How much of the world's gold?
Did you fact check this?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I'm asking.
Yeah.
I want to just.
I don't know. Is there a ridiculous number?
I just guess. What would you think?
50%.
Do Indian women hold
50%
of the
world?
Of the world? Are you nuts, bro?
Yo, real talk. I was gonna say 52.
You guys are crazy.
It was a question. I was like, I have to.
When you think about the Federal Reserve, even Canada doesn't have any money
I didn't
back
think about it like that.
bullion.
When she asked, my mind went to 80.
I was gonna tell
I
you
would
guys,
say
but then I was
1%.
let me do a
1
question.
to 2% max.
Is it 5?
And that's impressive.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
See? And they hold 11% of the world's gold.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
That's pretty crazy.
So think about all the generations women have just been passing down gold.
We
how
pass around gold.
important
That's all we do.
Bro, I don't know a single Indian person who's married who doesn't have gold sitting in a safety deposit box.
Who doesn't just wear it usually?
It's usually
I know what guy.
What Indian guy doesn't have a gold chain?
What gold chain?
Yeah, I don't know.
No, but honestly, gold is at a record high, and all joking aside, in this economy, I wouldn't blame anyone for thinking that or even doing it, because it sits there and it holds no value, right? And if somebody's going through hard financial times, you got to do what you got to do, right? What are you going to do? Take on debt and do whatever?
You have your gold.
Yeah.
What security you have.
Yeah, so I wouldn't all the joking aside, it is probably some people buy 20, 30, 40, $50,000 worth.
Lucky enough for us, we didn't have to go out and buy it. Just gets passed down, right?
That's how. Yeah.
Your parents bought it.
Somebody bought it. Somebody.
It's lucky for us. Lucky for you, bro. Nobody bought it.
It was passed
I just
down.
think people are terrified of inflation, man. these central banks keep printing money. They keep saying they're going to drop rates. Inflation's going to climb. That's what the gold rush is. Even crypto.
Yeah.
Well, like, why are these things?
You think it correlates
appreciating
what
gold with like everything else?
Gold
goes up, goes down, it kind of stays the same. Like,
but it'll start to go up.
Correlates.
It goes up the most when people are scared. Investors are scared because they don't want to put their money in the stock market. Either they think it's going to crash or they're not believing in it. Like the economy.
Well, even this week,
so they buy gold.
Even this week that it had, where it went up like around 6.7%. In that week, I think the biggest news that came out that was kind of the tipping point was this tariffs trade war with China. That kind of made investors more weary. And then news about this AI boom. And like whenever that's in the news cycle, they're like, okay, something seems off. And then what happened? The trade war kind of went away. Like they kind of made light of it as the week went on. And then gold prices dropped slightly, right? So it is like this hedge against inflation that people use. Because if you look at charts, it usually does better during recessions.
Okay.
But, I mean, who knows?
Yeah, even the stock market, it doesn't entirely make sense. Nobody can make sense of it because it just keeps climbing. It's propped up by AI. It's the only reason it keeps climbing, right? Tech stocks, AI.
Well, nobody wants the stock market to fail.
No. Of course, how would you want it to fail?
There's all these people that will talk shit about the stock market.
How long have people been talking about the crash? It's coming, bubble's going to burst.
They come and they go. And those people never buy stocks. They never buy houses. They never buy anything, bro. They come and go.
Well, they might start buying gold.
Or selling it.
Even silver's jumping, man.
Yeah. All right. What's more important is protein powder.
More important than gold?
No, I'm joking. But there's lead in it. It's a metal, right? It's in protein powder.
Start selling that.
So Consumer Reports tested 23 popular protein powders and ready-to-drink shakes, including dairy, beef, plant-based. And their levels of concern for lead was set at 0.5 micrograms per day in a single serving.
Okay.
More than 2/3 of those products had a serving that contained more lead than 0.5 microgram threshold.
What the hell?
Yeah. So, I mean, I think some of these individual products were more than 10 times the threshold. And the biggest area for concern was plant-based powders.
No way.
Very high.
Those are the ones that are supposed to be the most healthy, aren't they?
They even listed Naked Nutrition and Vegan Mass Gainer contains 7.7 micrograms of lead per serving.
Oh my God.
And then there's another one, Huel Black Edition, contains 6.3 micrograms per serving, which is
any of those?
Which is 1,290% of the threshold. Dairy-based ones, like so basically whey protein was the lowest on that.
That's the one I use.
And then some of them did.
That's all I'm just looking out.
Some of them did also have cadmium and inorganic arsenic.
How the hell is this even happening?
Yeah, don't they all have to be FDA approved?
I don't think they have
go on market.
So I think the way that this Consumer Report analyzed this data, I don't think there's any federal limits in the US.
Yeah, because I was reading about it and it was like I heard that it's not even as bad as like they're trying to make it seem.
That's what I kept seeing too.
Yeah.
Apparently there's like this much lead in fruits and vegetables.
Yeah, that's the other
they
thing.
just grow in the soil
so they naturally have it.
I think it's just a weak news cycle sometimes and like people don't know what the hell to talk about, right?
Yeah.
You run with shit like this.
Yeah.
And two, I feel like there is like the bigger conversation here would be the ultra processed foods and stuff that we see, right? Like you're getting protein from a powder at the end of the day, right? Who knows what the hell's in this shit,
sure.
right? Like, if there's not enough, like, I don't know, regulations that stop these, there could be other metals in this that they didn't even test for. Who knows, right?
Yeah.
And I feel like in this era of ordering things on Amazon just because it's easy, like we've all done it, right? I've ordered protein powder on Amazon, right? When you order headphones on Amazon, sometimes they'll send you fake branded headphones by accident. Like it happened to me where I'm like, this shit's not charging properly. Where like I just don't order even like OEM Apple chargers or anything on Amazon. I just don't. No knock on Amazon, don't come sue us or anything. Like I don't know this, but that's just how I feel. Right? They just, for whatever reason, maybe it's just in my head, I always feel like they're not original. Right? But protein powders, I'm just thinking, because I did when I was buying them on Amazon, this thought did cross my mind. I was like,
what the hell is in this shit?
What is in this? Right? And then like when you research it, you have all these people who are like, look, the seal was cracked open. Then they put this in it. And then you just kind of think like, these are just workers throwing this shit around. How many times the seal open? You know, it's in a humid environment. You could just be eating mold for a month. You buy this big tub of like protein. Who knows?
Yeah.
Right? So like
that can be true about any food you buy.
Exactly.
True.
Exactly.
Probably should.
But that's the other thing. Like, as long as you're going to a grocery store or buying like even something fresh or somewhat, there's this process in between. You're the consumer. You go analyze what you're buying.
Yeah.
And you consume it.
Yeah.
Right? If you're not doing that and there's just this box of who knows what that shows up, you mix it in some water, twirl that shit around and chug it.
Yeah.
Like, who knows?
For me, it's like, it's kind of telling of where we're at, right? In terms of just health consciousness. It has to be at all-time high, man. It's like for me, the amount of content on it, the amount of podcasts on it, the like how much people just talk about what you should be eating, when you should be sleeping, when you should. It's I've never seen people care about this much.
Well, people are stressed out. Anxiety's at an all-time high. Everything's
at all-time high.
People are broke. They're going mental.
Yeah.
There's no hair left on anyone's head, bro. Guy or girl, like, and everyone's monetizing it and trying to make money off of it in some sort of way. It's a pretty crazy. I even saw the reusable bottles again, right? And I saw an Instagram reel today talking about how the lid of one, if you drink like out of like a straw one instead of an open mouth one, it's 44,000 times more germ infested than your toilet. Right? I was just like, what?
See, what the hell do you trust? So, like, what are you supposed to know?
Like, are you supposed to drink water out of a toilet?
Right? And weren't you telling me about somebody who was on some show who was basically grinding up like chicken with the water, and that was his protein shake or something?
Oh my god! Raw chicken? Oh my god! Isn't that like salmonella?
He would put like a little bit of like not raw.
Oh, it wasn't raw.
He would
doesn't make it any better.
Boil chicken, grind it up with like just water and a little bit of like flavoring, and that was his protein shake.
Honestly, it's probably better than
maybe he.
But imagine the grit and like
maybe he read something like this and he's like, no lead from me.
No, it's probably really clean what he's doing. I don't know what type of flavoring he was, what little powder packet he put in it, but like, yeah, if you want to eat like a caveman, do your thing.
I mean, it's always the best bet to like get any type of nutrition from an actual like chicken breast, or anything. That's always the best approach.
That's the other thing. This supplement industry, there's a lot of influencers. There's a lot of people
like
that jump
supplements.
Big. Who knows what's in
no research done?
Like it's like there's so many products out there. Who knows what's good? What's
for it? I've tried Hairdaman.
Everyone's fallen for some of these supplement things in the past, right? And some of them might actually be good products. We don't know.
I think it's full of biotin. But
I just think like I'm coming to this realization where I feel like, if you are a person of routine, which I am, right? Yeah. And you like to like find one thing, like that thing, and continue buying for life. And you don't want to ask any questions, you cannot do that in this day and age.
No.
Because if you overly consume that one protein powder, in this case, what if it's the one with too much lead?
That's the bad one.
And now that's the one you've been drinking for 30 years, 2 shakes a day. Like,
at least
you're probably going to run into problems. Right? Like
a video of this girl, they were talking about this, and she was just like, well, I drink it twice a day and I'm not going to stop.
Oh my god. Like, it's my favorite. It tastes too good. Cannot drink it.
Trainer, whatever.
But there's also that, man. Like, people have like high cholesterol, they're diabetic, all this shit going on, like lead in protein. See, I told you guys.
Right?
Drinking protein powder? Trying to get fit? Dumbass.
Man.
Give me my
just gotta read all these labels now. So another step.
Yeah. More simplifying and more complicating, I guess. I don't know. Walmart is partnering with OpenAI. This shit. This is crazy.
Interesting one. Yeah. Right? It's Walmart saying that they're going to allow users to purchase directly through ChatGPT and OpenAI's new instant checkout feature. That's what they're calling it.
Yeah. I feel like as soon as they said this, the Walmart stock went up like 3 to 5%.
Yeah, they're
really?
up. But what is it like? So it's basically like if you tell ChatGPT, I need these ingredients to make,
or you just say, I want to make lasagna.
Yeah.
It'll be like,
I'll get all the ingredients and then it'll
put it in a cart.
It out.
Yeah.
So
like it.
Yeah.
I knew you were gonna like it.
Grocery.
Yeah.
Every week.
Yeah.
Sometimes twice a week. I love that.
So we just finished talking about like how dangerous it is. Like, it's like, I love it.
You were talking about things showing up at your door. I'm like, they show up at my door.
And you eat them.
2 Amazon orders in the cart right now.
Yeah.
I mean, that is the plan behind it, though. Like the integration, it would just allow somebody to, like, while you're chatting with it, you just buy it.
That's sick.
I mean, okay, theoretically, I feel like it's good, right? And the convenience side of it. And if you're headed there, like, how much are you going to try to stop this thing and question it? And, like, you can try as hard as you want. It just keeps... That's what they want you to do.
Give it love.
No, what? No, no, we don't want to embrace it that much. But I feel like it's kind of a little bit dangerous too.
For sure. And it can get weird if there's like a bias, right? Right now, because with OpenAI, what they did was last month they started off with Shopify and the other one, Etsy. Right, so they started doing that. Just like whatever. Walmart's a huge player.
Yeah,
if it's
Shopify and Etsy is more like these personal brands, these personal stores. Walmart is like
the everything store.
Yeah,
right.
It's a massive brand.
And the place where it gets weird. Let's say down the road, there's like 10, 20 of these websites or companies that they integrated. Right. It's just gonna start pushing those products on you. Start like manipulating what you actually want versus what it's telling you want.
Yeah.
Because these things they're already building profiles on you. If you've been chatting to this thing for 3 years, you guys have this whole log, it knows it's going to tell you what you want.
Yeah.
It's going to get to decide.
Yeah. But if it can make like making dinner easier for me, picking what to make for dinner, then I'm happy with that. It's like, you know, the struggle every day, like, I have to have to ask him what do we eat? What do you want to eat today? What do you want to eat next week? It's so annoying. Yeah. I like this.
But what do you think? Like, how's it going to manipulate you? Like, feed you extra ingredients?
Is it like certain brands?
Potentially, yeah.
Certain
like
if certain brands,
whenever there's money involved in things, they get tricky, man.
Like if it in a perfect world, how it would work is like, oh, did you know? Like this is the brand. Like maybe it's winter. Wool socks are better than cotton socks. And for that reason, maybe you should buy this. But there's a sale coming up in 2 weeks. So maybe we can purchase them in 2 weeks. Yeah, I'm going to place a pre-order and then get them shipped to your house. Fine. Amazing ChatGPT.
Yeah.
When it knows that you can get that product cheaper somewhere else, but Walmart's the person who is now a sponsor of OpenAI or whatever their deal is, then it's going to be like Walmart branded. It's going to push you that. Right. Yeah, anytime there's a question and it can solve it with a product or service, it's going to come from whoever it's partnered with.
Like, imagine you just even like search on it, right? You're like, oh, my head hurts or whatever. It's just it'll give you some recommendations of what you should do. And at the end of it, it's going to be like, and there's Tylenol for sale at Walmart. Do you want me to get it for you? You say, sure.
And the crazy thing about ChatGPT even now is like, if you ask it certain medical questions or scientific questions, if you use its own response, kind of reword it and ask its own question to it again, it'll be like, that's a valid point. I didn't think of it that way. And it'll give you a completely different response. And like depending on how you prompt it, you can kind of get whatever response you want out of it.
Yeah.
Right. So if you're the kind of person who is constantly asking it things, it's eventually what you're going to start to do is just validate the way that you think.
Kind of like how WebMDs. Remember WebMD?
Yeah.
And you just end up with cancer every time.
No matter what happens.
There's also that. It'll scare the shit out of you, right? And then at the end of all of those, it'll always be like, and see your family physician, which nobody does. Right? It's like they're just like, okay, got that answer.
Just trying to get an answer out of Google.
Now I'm just going to be worried for 3 more weeks.
Yo, one time I asked it a bunch of things and then it said, would you like me to give you a paragraph of what to tell your doctor? I said yes, and I told that to my doctor.
Yeah.
So I I find it helpful.
So
it's definitely helpful, and the using it like that.
And 5 years ago, you would have known what to tell your doctor, right? The critical thinking would have been there. You would have been able to.
That's the scary part,
right? And
but sometimes when a doctor's in front of you, you forget.
Yeah.
You get like intimidated, or they're just like one thing at a time.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You see those signs everywhere.
Yeah. They print it on their computers. Like
we only deal with one problem
at a time.
Don't ask us about 5 problems.
Free healthcare, man, is a great thing.
That's a great thing.
It does create. I don't know what the fuck that was. I just froze.
ChatGPT over here just broke down.
I do see why they both did it though. It's you know how we were talking about before. How long is ChatGPT going to be free, and how this is a monetization method? Obviously, they're going to make deals with places like
a lot of other retailers, right?
Companies like this, it would make sense, and they would do it because it just opened a distribution channel that never existed. It's a new one.
Yeah, and everyone's gonna want to do it now.
And Walmart's first to market. They're gonna love that.
I mean,
Amazon did that.
If
distribution channel,
exactly.
Yeah,
look what that did. It changed everything, right? I'm sure Amazon will be on ChatGPT.
If OpenAI was purely altruistic, and there was nobody who, programmed the original LLM that had somewhat of a bias or anything, then all of this stuff works, right? Without that, you see the divisiveness in politics and stuff. There's too much shit going on. People are always trying to get power. They're always trying to get money. So it's always, you got to be a little bit weary of what you're doing, right? Like now more than ever, I feel like you got to kind of research, especially serious things. You got to
do your own research.
So annoying though. It's so annoying.
Yeah.
I don't even like to think about too many things, which is probably stupid for me to say. Just a dumbass.
No, I get what you're saying. Like, like living like simplistically, right? It's easier.
If you go too deep into things, it gets a little crazy.
It's like, what the hell's going on? Yeah. What am I supposed to buy? Where? Like everything, right?
Yeah, like we were on vacation recently, and like when you just see a whole bunch of people, different cultures, different religions, stuff walking around, everyone's happy, basically doing the same shit, man. Everyone's playing with their kids, right? And when everyone's in a vacation,
like, oh, this is what life is supposed to be.
This is how it's supposed to be.
Everyone's just coexisting.
Yeah, I don't know your political views and what you think, and nor do I hate Trump. I love Trump. All this stupid shit. Yeah. Canada socialism, but nobody cares.
Yeah.
Right? People are just enjoying their lives. They're playing in the beach. They're playing in a pool, right? They're eating dinner, right? Like it's different, right? That's how life actually was, I would think, like 10, 15 years ago. It's become more polarizing and more stressful, right?
It's all these kings out here, man.
All these kings are all these geniuses with podcasts who keep like giving their opinions, feeding into this. But
the NBA season is pretty much around the corner, and Bleacher Report decided to drop another list. They love dropping these lists.
Yeah, bro. It wouldn't be a season opener without another list.
Yeah. So they came out with a list of the top 100 NBA players. It's not of all time or anything. It's for the upcoming season.
Correct.
Okay. Yeah. So the list is supposed to show the collective instinct of a human panel. So they didn't use like AI or anything. They said just some like parameters they have. Yeah. And it was injured players were left off. So like Tatum, anybody, Dame Lillard.
Even Braun right now, is he on it?
He's on it, but like major injuries. I guess. I guess they're on IR.
Yeah. Okay.
And it's based on projected value instead of lifetime achievement. So like
projected value in the season.
First. Yeah. It's for the season.
Yeah.
Right? We do have the actual list. You can pull it up. So this is like up around 25.
Okay.
The first, who the hell's gonna look at 100? Number 100 was Jakob Poeltl, though.
Okay.
So some noticeable things on it. Cooper Flag.
Yeah.
Was number 62. He hasn't played an NBA game yet. And he's higher than DeRozan.
But did you see him in the preseason though?
He has been killing it,
bro. Yeah. I don't know that. I don't really hate that. Yeah. Trae Young, 23. Well, they're big on
Şengün,
right?
Yeah, Jaylen Brown. Just get a little lower, closer to the top 10. These are
Kawhi's 19. Eh? Well, if he plays,
or he's 19. Yeah.
Cat, Jimmy. This is off of this is the best players in the NBA.
Yeah, currently playing.
Interesting.
I mean, I don't hate the list.
Hold on.
Wait, what? Go back up.
Yeah, go up. Jalen Brunson 10. Who's before him? Go up.
KD at
11 is a little wild, man.
That one's weird. He's going to be the big part of the offense if they do anything.
KD, Donovan Mitchell.
Bron's at 6. He's not going to play for a month and a half. And should be a little higher, no?
If they don't have Yoke and Wemby.
Wow, Wemby's high too.
I mean, yeah. He's probably due for a breakout year, maybe Steph. Okay.
Steph should be higher.
Luka. Giannis.
Then
Shea and then Jokic.
So you got Shea 2.
Yeah.
And you got Jokic 1 over.
Why is Jokic higher than Shea?
I mean, I would put Jokic higher than Shea right now.
I think I would.
Yeah.
I think Jokic is the best player.
And didn't he just win the championship?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did, but it's...
You could take that away. You can take that away.
Projected.
It's a projected what they think is going to be the best players of the
best
season.
Players in the NBA right now. Next season.
Yeah.
This season coming up.
Cam Thomas was left off the list entirely.
Off the top 100?
Yeah. He averaged 24 points a game in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
That's one guy that people thought should have been on the list. He wasn't even on it. Jakob Poeltl was number 100.
Okay.
I don't know how many points he averages, but I think it's like 10 or less.
Yeah.
Embiid was 26. That's pretty low.
Well, Embiid had that MVP season, right? And then ever since he won the trophy, he feels like he's like, I'm not going to play anymore or play that, you know.
That's the thing. He doesn't play enough.
Sixers just kind of fell off. I didn't see Paul George. I don't know where he was.
Paul George is about 50 or something.
God damn. Right. It's because a lot of these players have gotten older, right?
Yeah.
But I feel like KD's KD, man.
Yeah.
You can't say that KD doesn't deserve to be
11?
top 10.
11's crazy.
Right? And Bron, bro, I know it's not a lifetime achievements, but you can make an argument that Bron's top 5, even right now.
So?
Even right now. If you wanted to win an NBA championship, and if you took, I think outside of Jokic, maybe Giannis, maybe Steph, right? Like outside of those couple of guys, maybe Shea right now. I don't know. He's kind of hot. Like outside of those couple of guys, Bron, if you replace somebody with LeBron, the team's probably going to get better.
Yeah, for sure. Any team, if you take them and put them on a squad right now, they'll get better.
Yeah.
But I feel like they're breaking their own rule. They're using lifetime achievements there a little bit. Because you're projecting for the upcoming season.
Yeah.
This guy's not going to play probably 2 months of it.
Yeah.
How's he so high?
I don't know, man. When it comes to basketball, like you can judge his, you know, stupid shit that he does like otherwise outside of basketball, which some people like, some people don't. But if you're gonna talk about basketball alone, man, I'll always say like LeBron's the second greatest of all time, and to me, even now, I feel like he's a very valuable player. I think he deserves to be in the top 10, no doubt.
Yeah,
I think
KD should also be there.
KD should also be there. Steph should be there. Giannis should be there. Jokic should be there. I don't really have a big problem with that list outside of KD being 11th. It's kind of wild.
That was the one thing that stuck out to me in the Embiid, and then obviously a lot of people thought like. Just like you did, that Shea should be number 1 over Jokic, which I don't agree with at all.
No.
Why?
Oh, no.
I think if Jokic somehow wins a championship this year or sooner than later, I think there's going to be a conversation of him putting him in the top 10.
Greatest of all time. Exactly. I think Jokic is that. I think Jokic is that great of a player. I also think, I don't think Shea should be above Giannis, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
I don't think Shea's a better player than Giannis right now.
I don't know enough to have an opinion.
I don't think Shea's a better player than Giannis right now. To me, I feel like Giannis is still Giannis, man. People forget who Giannis is, man.
I just like the top 3 had to be them 3. So
yeah.
Other than that, you can argue all day. Number 1's got to be Jokic. So
yeah,
I think he's the best player in the league,
hands down. I think even among players, they kind of feel that way.
I think they should.
Yeah,
I've never seen any big man play like him.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I think the longer it goes, the more he wins.
Ant was like 7, right? Was it?
He's a little lower.
7 or 8 or whatever.
Yeah.
Ant's got a lot of upside too, man.
So much.
And Wemby, I'm excited to see Wemby if he lives up to it.
I'm not big on crowning guys before they do anything. The Cooper Flag even being on this list, like,
bro, I don't know. Whenever you see like off-season clips of these dudes, right? You're like, okay.
Yeah.
Right. Everyone has a fire off.
Flag was killing it, so was Wemby, but that's off season.
Yeah. And then when regular season starts, I don't know. I mean, I'd like to see Anthony Davis, Kyrie Irving, Cooper Flag, man. If that could turn into something, because I've seen a couple of those.
When that team gets healthy.
Yeah. Cooper Flag's nice, man.
Yeah.
And Wemby is like a unicorn, man. Like, he is different.
But he's got to do some stuff. He needs some accolades. He's getting crowned before his time. That doesn't end well.
Yes and no, right? Like, because people have seen what Giannis turned into, right? And they've seen what KD turned into, right? And he's in his third season now?
I believe so.
Right? So I feel like it's around that time.
Yeah.
Where you kind of go off.
Yeah. If he's going to do it, which he is. He should.
Yeah.
Did you see Paul Pierce?
Yeah.
He was on this Club Shay.
Yeah.
The greatest player of all time. We have a video of him on the podcast. He's on.
All the top scorers take the best thing they do.
Right.
And you can take the best thing I do. See, the thing about me, you can't even tell me what's the best thing I do offensively because I think I do all of them the same.
Well.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you can say Curry, take his shooting ability away.
Right.
Jordan, what, his fadeaway or whatever.
Take it away.
Like, what do you take away from me?
The basketball.
Like, I can do, right. What's my greatest scoring strength? Nobody can even tell you because I did it all well.
I'm going to push you to the 3-point line.
I won a 3-point championship contest. I won a 3-point contest.
That ain't nobody guarding you.
Nobody's guarding you.
I mean, I've dominated games from the 3.
Yeah.
Like, take Jordan's athleticism out, where he can't just jump over you to score.
Okay.
And we just do everything on the floor.
Right.
Okay.
I feel like my skill level is
better than Cole.
Man, Cole was close. No. Look.
They're even laughing at it. Started laughing.
Because if you ever watch Cole interviews about me, you know, he always talk about my footwork.
Yes.
And Cole had elite footwork too.
Yeah.
And so, like, Cole without his athleticism was still pretty elite because of that, because of his IQ and his footwork.
Correct.
Like maybe Kevin Durant and Steph Curry.
Yeah.
What can they do that I can't?
True.
Except jump over somebody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
A lot better than
I can shoot the 3. I can shoot the pull up. I can shoot all. Who's the greatest scorer? Kevin Durant. I can do everything he can do. He just probably do it at a higher percentage.
Oh, yeah. He going to shoot it.
Yeah. He going to do it. And that's the difference when you talk about the scores.
The efficiency in which someone does something.
Yeah.
That's what they're looking at now.
That's what they're looking at. But if we just talk about just the ability to do
Put the ball in the basket.
That way.
What the hell is this guy saying?
But like when you're doing it at a higher percentage, it looks different. Like, on another level. And then that's what he does.
Looks a little different. Yeah, bro, he's like, take Jordan's athleticism away.
Fade away.
Fade away. Then he said athleticism. Yeah. Then he says KD. He's like, what is he going to do? Jump. Right? Let's take that away. Take Steph's shooting away.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
he even said he's like, I beat Steph in that same shooting competition. Steph was a rookie.
Bro, if you're going to take every player's best thing away, he's like, thing about me, you can't take anything away because I do it all. Like, because you're not.
But even Shannon was like laughing.
Yeah, that's
hilarious. What's this guy saying, man? Is he just rage baiting? Like, what is it?
That's what I was going to say. I think he's just rage baiting.
There's also that. I feel like also in this podcast space where everyone has opinions and people have outlandish opinions and stuff, right? Somebody who's actually played the game, do you have the right to give your opinion, right? Like, of course. Why not?
Yeah,
right. And if he thinks he's one of the best pure scorers ever, he could be wrong and he could still say it. I mean, because he even left out Carmelo. I think Carmelo Anthony's a way better scorer than Paul Pierce.
Yeah.
I think that's a better comparison, apples to apples.
Yeah.
And I think Melo doesn't get his flowers when it comes to scoring.
For sure.
And he's talking about pure scorer. You know how many scoring titles Paul Pierce has won? 0. Everyone else that he's talking about on that list has one or multiple scoring titles. Right? Yeah. And he's like, I'm the best pure scorer ever.
Yeah. For me, like Paul Pierce, amazing player, right? Probably top 50 all time. Probably. I didn't look at my own list, but somewhere in there.
Yeah.
All time, I'm saying. I'm giving him his flowers.
He's an amazing talent.
Amazing talent, right?
Yeah.
He's also delusional.
Yeah.
As hell.
Yeah.
Like he's the end was the funniest part. Yeah. He's just like, he probably has better percentages, but like if you take that all away, we're the same. Yeah. Then me and you are the same, Paul Pierce. If we just take away athleticism, he's saying take away athleticism from athletes, and they'll be like all the same.
Yeah. You ever have the kind of friend, like if you're ever arguing sports, right? And you're arguing who's a better, I don't know, winner.
Yeah.
Right? In the big, you can't count championships. We're talking about winning.
Yeah.
You can't count championships, so it doesn't matter. You can't count them. Right?
Yeah.
Like that kind of person, I feel like that's how this kind of argument is kind of unfolding.
Yeah.
Right? And also that AI stuff that we were talking about earlier, like people can kind of paint their own narrative, right? Or like, basically say anything. That's what he's kind of doing there. He's picking and choosing stats and what to do.
I don't know. He keeps forcing himself into this like GOAT debate that he doesn't really belong in. He keeps kind of saying, "Oh, well, I'm just like Jordan." Like nobody's comparing you to him. Nobody's even thinking about comparing you to him.
I think people I think a lot of times, like a lot of ball players are nice, right?
Yeah.
They give each other flowers.
Yeah.
And if they were actually to sit there and he would, if he was like to LeBron, like, hey, listen, I think I was a better small forward than you all time. Come on.
Yeah.
If he was saying like Kobe said I had nice footwork, if he said that to Kobe, I don't know Kobe, but going off of all the videos and clips and, games that I've watched of his, I'm pretty sure Kobe would be like,
what are you talking about?
Nah. Right? Like
even there, he's like, he says that about Kobe, and then he's just like, so maybe Kobe. So if somebody compliments you, they're better than you? Like, what the hell are you talking about, man?
Also, Jordan. You're going to say you're a better pure scorer than Jordan.
Away.
Yeah, he's like, take away his fade away and athleticism. And you're a better scorer than Jordan. Come on, bro. If you wanted to make an argument, I am a better scorer than Carmelo Anthony, you could have tried.
I like that you brought that up. Because
people would have shredded him for that.
Such a similar game they have. Carmelo's just better.
Bro, Melo doesn't get his flowers because Melo, yes, he shot the three a lot, right?
He didn't win already.
Bro, Melo's triple threat, how he would just line up right in your face.
Yeah.
He doesn't care.
When he's on a heater,
it was different.
Yeah.
Even during the Olympic run, right? When you had all these superstars on the team and shit, when Melo was on fire, they were giving it to Melo.
Nobody stopped.
Melo's that dude, bro. You remember Melo's that dude, man. Like when it comes to pure scorer, though, if you want to take LeBron out of it, even though a lot of people like to throw him in it because he's has the most points all time.
Yeah.
People usually look at KD, Kobe, Steph.
Yeah, the guys he's better than.
Yeah, the guys he's saying he's better than. Honestly, even if you want to say pure scorer like that, like I'm trying to think, there are a lot of them though during his era that can compete with him. T-Mac being one of them, Vince Carter being one of them, like the era that he played in, right? Like there's a lot of players that are pretty good scorers.
People probably think are better scorers.
Yeah, but nobody thinks those people are better than Kobe, Jordan, KD.
Yeah. I feel like he's either rage baiting or he's just trying to make himself seem like he was better than he was.
Or if he actually believes these things, he's entitled to his opinion.
That's great. You're wrong.
He could be wrong and he's entitled to
it. Did you catch that Dodgers game? They swept the Brewers.
Yeah.
So they're going to the World Series. Shohei, Ohtani had one of the some are saying the greatest game ever.
Yeah.
So he pitched 6 scoreless innings and he struck out 10 batters to go alongside 3 home runs.
That's wild.
That's human cheat code.
That's crazy.
This guy's pitching on one side of the mound, then hitting home runs on the left side. Not just one, he hit 3 home runs.
That's crazy.
Struck out 10 pitchers.
And to think he could have been a Blue Jay.
Bro.
At this point, you just kind of look at the landscape and you're just like, does it matter who wins out of the Mariners and the Jays? Does it really, bro? These guys are on another level, man. But by the time this podcast goes up, or depending on when you're watching this, who knows?
Yeah.
Right. But I feel like Shohei's different, bro. Despite all those weird scandals that came out. I don't know what the hell
that's
that shit
all
was.
His manager.
Bro, his manager's been running some shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, somebody built like him, bro, striking people out, hitting homers. It's like something you do when you're playing like, baseball with your friends.
Yeah.
Right?
Never seen before. Everything.
Yeah, nobody does.
It's like a cheat code. Right?
Yeah.
It's just happening.
Yeah.
I mean, if he continues on this trajectory, keeps winning like championships, he's gonna quickly get to that level.
I heard people talking about this conversation of like how it's unfair or whatever, right?
That's even the manager was saying it.
Yeah.
In the interview.
Yeah.
Did you see the clip?
No.
He was just like, everyone's saying Dodgers aren't the MLB isn't fair anymore or something because of Dodgers. He's like, let's make it certain, win 4 more games. Like they're kind of like leaning into the villain. Like I don't know, man. How the hell are you ever supposed to beat this guy?
Well, I mean, you could.
It's a team as a whole.
That's what I was gonna say. To me, it's a team, right? And if you're trying to say like you're trying to buy a championship with all the contracts and shit, like Yankees have been trying to buy championships.
That didn't work
decades,
out.
right? That doesn't always work. Yankee lose, right? Like that doesn't always work out. But I feel like teams. There's certain teams that seem like they're unbeatable at times.
Yeah.
You saw it with, the Bulls with MJ, right? Braun was unbeatable for the whole Eastern Conference for a long time, even though he lost a couple of finals. Dominated the NBA. He was there every single year, right? Then, the Warriors seemed like, who the hell is going to beat them, right? Brady in the NFL, right? It was like, this guy keeps winning. It happens, man. And while those people are winning, it's also there's certain fans and like fan bases that get aggravated and annoyed.
For sure.
Right. And this is when you realize that like, bro, these cities that never win anything, those fans get really excited for their 1 week of being in the championship or in the World Series or NBA Finals or Super Bowl or whatever. They get really excited for that.
Yeah, that's what everyone's saying. Even like you were saying, does it even matter? If you go to, of course, it matters to go to the World Series. You made it to the finals.
It does, and everyone's going to be rooting for the underdog. This is going to be LA versus the world.
Jays.
Yeah.
Hopefully that ages well. That was brutal too, man. That loss. Snyder. Little.
Okay, so I know in this episode and as of recently, we've been talking about all the different uses of AI and how it could help. So young people aren't just using AI for homework. So these days, people are taking pictures of their home and inserting AI images of a homeless man and then sending it to like their parents and their family and saying that there's a strange man they let into their house.
Oh my God.
So here's a picture of how realistic these AI generated images look.
Wow.
And so they have them like laying in their bed,
So
laying on
that's
their
like-
couch, and they're sending these pictures like to their parents saying, there's like a strange man. And like, so this is an actual video I want to show you guys of this actual trend, this prank, because it went pretty viral.
No, I don't know.
Oh, so he's freaking out? Oh, that's her dad?
Yeah.
Or his dad?
Showing him like eating from their
That's their actual fridge.
Yeah. And then they're not picking up the dad's phone call.
At this point, I know it's a joke. He has a toothbrush in.
Why
Nah,
is this a joke?
His dad's...
That looks so real.
Why is he brushing his teeth? He just let somebody in and brush. When does a guest brush?
Look, do not use my toothbrush. That's what he's worried about, bro.
Oh, that's wild.
Nah.
But this trend has been going viral. Like so many people have been doing it to the point where like multiple police stations are like warning people like stop doing it because they've been getting like emergency calls because people are like, oh, my daughter is home alone and there's an intruder.
Yeah, that's crazy.
They're like, oh, they're tying up like police resources over this like fake AI prank. And then this picture, the Yonkers Police Department in New York released, and it's an AI generated image of a homeless man, but basically to show like, look how realistic it can look.
Right,
like
that's crazy.
stop doing it basically.
Right.
I saw one. It was similar to this, except it was a plumber. So the wife hired a plumber to like do something.
Yeah.
And then she took a picture of him to send to her husband, and he wasn't wearing a shirt.
Guys,
Like, why isn't he wearing a shirt?
Oh my God.
And then it goes on, and then he like ends up like in their bed.
Oh
And,
my
like,
God.
imagine like you'd run home and like kill somebody, right?
See, that's why it works. I was like, how's it working? Because you're getting him, but through like anger or fear
And emotion. Yeah.
It's emotion. You're feeding off your emotion.
That's why even when you were like, well, how does it work, bro? Like with kids, it's just like imagine if your kid calls you and goes, there's this person. Do you know him? Like he's already sitting on
right away.
You're not thinking about reason, logic, or is my kid trying to prank me? But that one day I was like, my toothbrush, tell him not to use it.
When I saw that one, I'm like, that's obviously fake. Yeah.
But like, I don't know, like pranks are on another level too then, eh?
Yeah.
Like they're not.
I didn't even think about
the. It's not even nice.
That's so.
That's
mean.
the whole point of pranks.
Is the beginning. Think about how far it can go.
How mad would you be as a parent though, if your kid did this?
Depends on what I was doing.
Imagine you're at work and then you
so mad.
Yeah.
Fucking annoying as shit.
Yeah. Like this isn't funny. Like remember prank calls?
You too. If
and you were mad. And you were saying like who would fall for this? Imagine Indian parents, right?
Yeah.
Or like even like Indian baby or some shit.
They'd fall for stuff like
right? Like I remember when I was young.
Prank calls were so scary. One time I remember I was sitting in my living room.
Yeah.
And someone called and they're like, is anyone home? And I'm like, I said, yeah, like there's someone upstairs. And they're like, well, how come only the living room light is on?
Yeah.
So scary. I know.
They were like watching your house.
They were watching, but it was, I feel like it was like one of my brother's friends.
Damn.
Oh my god.
Because then you didn't have cell phones then. You just pick up the house line, right?
It's a whole different non-cell phone age.
I remember similar, but I didn't get scared. But similar sort of situation, like somebody was prank calling. BG picked up grandmother, right?
Yeah.
So like, she's just like, so they start talking Punjabi to her.
Yeah.
Right? I don't even remember what they were saying.
Yeah.
Right. And they were just kind of trying to be funny or whatever.
Yeah.
And he caught wind of it. And she's like, Patandara, phone chaki, right? And I picked it up and she said, Das hinu hona. Shit. And then she's like, ha, hona ki hoya, right? And I was like, okay, at least she knew it was a prank.
She knew it was a prank.
But imagine these kind of AI pictures with somebody who's not with this internet age. They're going to 100% work. 100%.
That's why these people have been calling the cops. They really believe it. There's an intruder in their house.
That Sora stuff, like after we talked about it, the amount of it that hit my algorithm was
it's everywhere.
Wild.
You're gonna start seeing these AI homeless man pranks.
Oh my god. Like I saw all of these of like Bin Laden and like, oh my god, they're trick-or-treating and shit. Like
the
it's
Tupac
wild.
and Mr. Rajan, so funny.
That was crazy. That was crazy. Yeah.
But it's so like you give somebody a tool and they just start making mindless nonsense and jokes.
That's where it starts, man. That's where it starts. But it's all happening faster and faster and faster now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
All right. So next story. So there was an attempted home invasion in Virginia and it was caught on like the Ring cam. So I'll show you the video. So 3 people dressed up in Halloween costumes.
This is real?
This is real.
What the fuck?
Imagine seeing this.
This happened?
This happened. This is real.
Did they break in?
So they attempted for a while. They keep saying, this is your worst nightmare, or I'm your worst nightmare. No. And they'll come and start banging. Like, this is like, remember that movie?
Purge?
Was it Purge or like Neighbors? Or
oh, yeah.
Yeah,
what was
right?
it called?
And they're just standing outside.
Wait, why didn't they call the police?
It feels like a prank.
No. It was real.
Your worst nightmare!
Your worst nightmare?
The way you guys are organized,
one by one,
right?
Oh, Mike Myers.
None of them are holding any weapons.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't see a knife. Nothing.
It's scary.
No, it's freaky. That's weird as hell.
It is weird.
So yeah.
That would trip you
They
out?
attempt it and then they go to the backyard and they actually they break down a door, but they don't get in. So they call the police, but from what I read, the police didn't show up till the next day. But then at the end of this video, the homeowner comes out and she's like, start looking for, I think she's holding a firearm maybe.
Yeah.
And then she's like so brave all of a sudden. But I'm like, where was all this energy when they were just standing there so scary?
Yeah.
But that's terrifying.
No, that's pretty. Imagine you're in bed and you look at your little app and you see that. Man.
Yeah. No, if you see that, you're like, what the hell's going on?
Yeah.
Like, that's going to be your first inkling. But like once the nerves settle, if you're watching that, like the first thing I'm going to think, nobody's holding any weapons. And he's like, your worst nightmare, right?
Yeah.
It seems like
And they're kind of laughing too.
Yeah, they're like giggling and stuff.
Yeah.
What's going to happen with that? You're going to knock on the wrong door.
Yeah.
But the way
You'll knock on the wrong door.
I was looking at their body figures. They look like these old people.
Right?
They have these like beer bellies. Like,
Yeah.
what is going through your mind that you need to go to buy a costume?
I thought they looked like some fat teenagers.
They didn't look like kids to me. Just their
Really?
mannerism even. They didn't seem like children to me.
Really?
Especially that one guy. What's number?
And like the way they're walking so slow, like I feel like teenagers would have probably knocked down the door.
I think that was part of their shtick, though. They're trying to be creepy.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah, and they're taking turns and stuff. Like, imagine if somebody just even opened, like, if they are old, then if you just open the door and gave him one like chest kick, like right to the chest, the guy would have fell down those stairs.
Yeah,
broke his back. In Canada, you would be charged then.
You get charged.
Home the headline,
man in whose home
Mike Myers freaking invades your home, and you get charged. Wild.
That's all we got for off topic.
No, that was creepy though.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on to the question segment. So we'll start with a ranking question. So rank the following foods you'd be willing to give up. So that means you can never eat them again.
God.
With 1 being the most willing to give up and 5 is the least willing to give up. So the first one is burgers.
Least willing is 5, right?
Yeah.
I like burgers.
Same.
I like burgers, but they're not a staple.
On vacation, they are.
Yeah.
They're not a staple? What does that mean?
Like
in your diet.
If you told me you're taking away like chicken, I'd be like, damn. You know?
I'll say 3 or 4.
Are these like meal-ish, or are they like
They're
ingredients?
All meals.
All right.
Like,
Yeah, so bro, like it's not gonna be just chicken.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's not gonna be that. So then burger's a little higher.
3.
Three, sure.
Yeah.
Okay, the next one is pizza.
Do you like pizza more than burgers?
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
Is pizza 1 for you? Hardest?
I'm thinking 1.
I could get sick of pizza sometimes.
We ate pizza today.
Yeah, I know.
You could switch it up, different types.
Whatever, let's just
different protein.
1 or 2.
Wait, 1 is most willing to give up.
So 4 or 5.
Oh shit.
3 was good then.
Yeah.
Least willing to. We did that by accident.
Yeah.
4 or 5.
There's one thing that I would
What?
Be number 1, pasta.
Pasta.
Yeah.
Pasta's
Is it
pretty
pasta or
fire.
pasta?
We're just very fat. Protein powder's nowhere.
Protein powder is number 6. So we'll go 4 then?
4?
Go
4,
4.
sure.
4. The next one is steak.
Oh,
That
steak
is like
fire.
meat. That's like
She didn't say
It's like a
beef.
steak meal.
Yeah.
So make that 5. Then pasta's gonna end up being 2 if she has it.
Damn. But I like steak. Is it going to be 2?
I'll just put it
often
5.
do we eat steak?
Yeah, that's the thing. You don't
What's
eat
how
it
often you eat it? Does that
You're
make it
willing to
lower?
give it up, right?
Yeah, like you can never eat it again.
You want to do 2? Then you can
Isn't that your guys' final meal?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why I
Contradicting the
added
shit
it
out of
to
each
the
other.
list.
Oh my God.
So hard for you guys to choose.
It would be. I'm just
put it at
thinking
5
pasta
then.
now. I would actually put it 3.
We can't
Like we can't change it. Yeah, so it's 2 then, right? Yeah.
Okay, the next one is poutine.
1.
Nobody cares about
Who
poutine.
needs poutine?
It's so tasty. It's like
Really?
Canadian staple.
Really
When you-
intoxicated.
Yeah.
Because when it gets cold, it tastes
Well, no one's
Like
gonna,
shit.
even
Nah.
in warm, if you're not.
no, like as it gets colder, even
Sometimes
while
it
you're
slaps.
eating it, it gets worse.
It does, but those are the only vivid memories.
I'm just thinking like I can still eat fries, so I don't need a poutine. It's fine.
Okay,
Creative thinking.
that's true, Andy. Okay, and the last one, which would be number 5, least willing to give up, is tacos.
Nah, man, we fucked it up.
Yeah, we messed that up a little
Say
bit.
doll or something.
Yeah, that would have been what? Imagine if she just backspace whatever she had there and just thought of like the worst.
Not bad.
Yeah,
Sucks.
tacos? They're not bad. Fresh
No,
tacos?
tacos-
Really? I
They're
love
not the most
Hard shell,
though.
soft shell. You got a little.
They're a little versatile. She didn't say what type: beef, chicken, shrimp, fish tacos.
So that was 5 for you? You like that?
No. I'm being
I would've put
optimistic
steak
here. We're
5.
just rolling with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I would have put steak 5. Switch steak and tacos. Mess that up.
All right.
And with that, remember, we're not experts at anything. Neither is most of these people giving their opinions online. So you guys should always do your own research no matter what anyone else says. And catch you guys next week.
Take care, everybody.